Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something I learned from my friend Jeff of Paddle Dynamics.
The canoe spin?
Yeah, a little canoe spin there.
It's fancy. We might need to edit this smoothness out.
Oh yeah, that was smooth, brother. Anyway, so I picked this canoe up in Tennessee and drove it all the way back to Wilmington, North Carolina. So that was a long day driving. I'm using the V-racks that Cliff makes. They're called Good Boy kayak racks. You might want to get a picture of that. I really like these, especially when it's really windy. I can put it up there and go ahead and get one strap on, and with one strap on I feel a lot better about it even when the wind's blowing. So what Jeff taught me, especially comes in handy when you're going to be driving on the interstate 70, sometimes 80 miles an hour, go ahead and angle the canoe so that if the wind is a crosswind when you're on the interstate, it's not sitting like this. Because if it's sitting straight up and down, it's going to catch every bit of that crosswind and it's going to stress the canoe. It's going to make driving a little more shaky. But if I rotate the canoe like so, it fits in the rack better, and it also has an angle so the crosswind doesn't catch the canoe as badly.
It just doesn't have as much surface area to act on.
Right.
Right.
The other thing we did was I put more of the tail further back so that it was more aerodynamic on the interstate. So I know the oleander bush is in the way, but
there's a lot more tail back there.
A lot more length in the back of the vehicle.
And so that's not, so the nose is not sticking out so far.
So the nose is not sticking out so far. You know, you can take the seat off if you want. I know a lot of guys take the seat off. You guys maybe comment below maybe why you take your seat off and maybe why you don't. But I can always put this strap over the seat and the canoe if I want to.
Now you're not using the bungees that come with the Good Boy?
Long story. I had a canoe that I was just using the bungees only. The Good Boy Kayaks ships you bungee cords and they ship you these cargo straps. Use the cargo straps. I used the bungees only. The front of my canoe came off. Thank God the tail stayed on. It was a different canoe, not this one. Lifted up and over, smacked the back of the car. This bungee stayed on, thank God. After it hit the side of the vehicle, the nose, which was now behind the vehicle, hit the guardrail of the Cape Fear Memorial Bridge. Thank God I didn't cause an accident or hurt somebody behind me. I got the canoe repaired, but don't use the bungees only. You gotta have cargo straps.
I know a lot of the guys around here, they'll use the bungees plus a cargo strap in the middle.
Yeah.
But I've had the same thing going over a bridge when the winds were stronger, going to downwind, hit that crosswind, come over the bridge, and it lifted completely out of the V-rack. Now mine came back down in the V-rack, but ever since then I've gone.
Yeah, they started calling this strap in the middle the berry strap. Because I didn't use it that day. And I guess I was in the habit of just driving 10 minutes to the beach, back and forth with the bungees. And then I was taking my son to his practice and had the canoe, and I was like, oh, let's go. Went over the bridge. It's a very windy day.
So if you're going to use the bungees, you need a berry strap in the middle.
You gotta have the berry cargo strap in the middle.
Jeff recommended not using bungees though on the ozone canoes, right?
Yeah, he feels like the bungee cords over time could put pressure dings in these ozone canoes, these carbon fiber canoes. You know, something else Jeff does is he has a strap system where he puts it around the nose and then he lashes it to these bolts underneath the hood. So I could see if you were delivering canoes and you're driving 70 plus miles an hour on the interstate, I would do that. I would want to do that. But anyway, I love the Good Boy kayak racks. They work great. Use it for surf ski, use it for OC1, OC2, and you can see I've got 2 of them on my vehicle because we use them for downwinding lots of times.
Shuttling, right,
Yep.
right. So in summary,
Yeah.
the way that Jeff recommends is angle your canoe so that the sides are flat on
Yeah.
the V-rack. That helps with the wind.
Right.
And then he also recommended that, if I recall, he recommended putting the straps, when you strap it, put them near your Yaku points, right?
Yeah. So if I wasn't too worried about my seat, which I'm really not, probably be a little better right here. Because if you think about it, the strongest point in the canoe is where the Yakus are. Yep, and I'm only driving a few minutes home, so I'm just gonna close this in my door. If I was driving on the interstate, I'd wrap this up and tie it real tight and snug, but I'm just going a short distance home.
One little trick too that I'm sure most people are watching this probably already know, but if you twist, get a little bit of twist
Yeah.
in these, you won't get that singing as you're going interstate speed. So if you have it flat like this, you may get that vibration going.
Yeah, that's true.
That,
yeah, on the interstate, I'm always putting a twist in it. So when I'm driving 70 plus miles an hour, having a twist in it, like you said, it keeps it from vibrating and making a lot of noise.
will drive you mad over
Yeah,
a
if you're
course of
going
a
a
long
long
trip.
drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so comment below, talk about how you guys carry your canoes. I notice a lot of guys in Hawaii don't have these V-bars. They just put it on their surf racks on their car. And I know that works too, but I really like the V-racks on a very windy day when the wind's blowing. Yeah, I see you've got yours on at a nice angle, just like we were talking about.
Yeah, ever since you talked to Jeff and you showed me that, and I think it's a lot more stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also have the surfski rack that's a Jim Smith
Yeah.
special there, the U bar.
Yeah, that does seem to fit the whole
Yeah.
surf ski really well.
It does, but I think it's a good point that these V-racks work really well for surf skis as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, so Good Boy Kayaks and Paddle Dynamics. Check them out.